All right, here we go. Back with another video. Here we go. I got the bags. Numbers are hit on there. Got them on there. Loaded up the first one. I will show you how the first one went. So loaded it up. There's a sticky backing that goes on top of that. I will show you on the next one. I wanted to make sure that it lined up pretty good. I will know next time that I need to line up the center a little bit more because the center is a little bit off. But yeah, so this is just going to sit on the machine inside there, but you see how it's sitting on the machine and it's not going to flap down. Even though doing it this way, it probably wouldn't have flapped down without using this. Probably could have got away with it, but let's do it. Got it on the machine. I'm turned it this way because the names are going to go up. All of these, I can't remember how many is on here. Let's see how many is on the teams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11 on this team. I think he said he had a couple more that he has to drop off later. Not today, but after he picks these up. But for this, we are 3,500 stitches for all 11 names and numbers. I used Ricmoa for name drops. I really wish that Hatch had a name drop like Ricmoa. The reason I use Ricmoa, which I'm not sure if the bottom tiers in Ricmoa has it or not, but the one reason I like to use name drop in Ricmoa is after every file that is, you don't even have to change the colors. The colors is automatically, every drop is a different color. So with this, you just select, and if you had different colors, you could select different colors for different names. But we're doing all white. So my white is in number 1, so I really don't have to go in the machine and even tell the machine that to start at number 1, because if you don't have a color selected, it stitches number 1. But the name drops, I like Ricmoa because when you do the name drops, it will finish the name, it will stop in between each name, it will also go back to the center to start the next name. With Hatch, it doesn't give you, it lets you can stack them up on top of each other, but wherever it stops, and you got to put the pause in the machine to get it to stop or change the color. And just select the same color and then change the machine. But Ricmoa has a great feature for name drops, and name drops with 2 lines. I haven't done the 2 lines yet. I tried the 2 lines because top's going to be named, the bottom's going to be the number, and it let me have 2 different lines. So I'm hoping that this is one file for name and number, name and number, name and number. So I centered this. I did my quick trace. I'll do it one more time. It's a little close up top here. All right, so I noticed that while that first one was embroidering, it stopped recording. So what we're gonna do here is just pick up how I'm gonna do it anyways. I wanted to show how I put the backing on anyways. So we're doing, these are like 6.5 by 4 or something like that. So, or 6.5 by 2.75 tall. So that fits inside here. So this right here, I'll just put this on the outside of this for the backing, and so it's 8 squares of these. So I did a little bit of things while I was doing it earlier and marked each one of them out. So this doesn't have to be perfect. So that's that. These can actually be cut off some because you don't want it to go all the way up there anyway, so we'll cut off a little bit here. You can save it if you want. Not sure what you would use it for, but sticky backing. We're gonna peel the back. Peel the back. Set that down. There is a bow up on this and a bow down, right? So when this goes in the machine, I'm pretty sure you want to have this bow up so it sits lower. You have it up, it sits up higher. So we want it to go this way. So this just goes on the top of this. Make sure that it covers everything. See how it's loose? We don't want it loose. So take that, peel it up, get it tight. You want it as tight as possible. There's that. And then you can roll it over top so it stays. That's probably the best idea. So it doesn't pull down. I haven't found that it does do that, but it can. So there's that. If you want to take this now, just make sure you're going the right way. That's up. I'll show you on the machine. I actually did on the machine last time, so let me show you here. So we'll put this back on the machine. If you can see back there, great. If not, I apologize. So there's two little hooks down there, or two little dots to go there. So you put that inside there, and you tighten that up. And now it's on that. It should be in the center again. So we'll take this and push this back. And if you can, you want to eyeball that center line, and there's a notch right there. So if you can notch that center line and go here, then you can put your fingers here and see if you have the same amount going around each of them. And then make sure they go down here. And then you can stick the sticky back in and put your hand on this. If you want to take it off the machine and make sure it's there, you can too. And with the name drops, if you're in the same spot, it's going to go there. So I did auto manual. I did go back. It did mess up on there. Maybe I'll explain that a little bit later. Hopefully this video goes good. So I'm gonna hit start, and we'll see if it goes back to the center for me. It didn't go back to the center for me, but let's hope that's it. All right, so I'm not perfect. It messed up. It's not going in the center, and it's not going in the center because I didn't center everything. I thought name drop would center it, and it doesn't. So after that, I had to group them all together and center a line on the program. So I'm going to do some editing here, not editing in the video, but I'm going to do some editing in the software, re-upload them. I'm going to de-stitch this one. Maybe we'll just stitch them together. Should be pretty easy to de-stitch this one. So that's I'm gonna hit cross cut it because we ain't gonna use it. So fill that off. Okay, let's get at it. Seam ripper. So this seam ripper, we're just gonna go right down the center here. Go right in the center of this. Then we'll come up to the front. Pull up, pull up, pull up, 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 up. There's that. Up. If you take these, you should be able to pull these out, pull these up. Good idea to pay attention to your machine. You notice that wasn't in the center, so I had to go back and look. One problem is spots that get you is the tie in, the tie out spots, because they do the knot just like the back stitch, like you would see me when I did those keychains. So we'll get this. We stopped this early. Just one bag. So I'm glad I was paying attention. while I was recording the video. Usually you got other things on your mind when you're recording a video, so I'm glad I caught that. Here's one that's tied in. This is one that's tied in. Just give me a little bit of grief. All right, sorry about that phone call, but there you go. All these stitched. There's a little bit of holes in there. This sticky backing does not want to come off the back there, but I'm okay with that. It's on the inside of the bag. If you did a cutaway, it would be the same process too. So that's all taken care of in the software. Let me see if I just bring it up to the computer real quick. There it is. I had to group them together and then center them. I thought they would have done that with name drop, but they didn't. But we'll go back to it, and we'll reset. We'll start with Cole, and we'll do name drops, and we'll go from there. So we'll see you back in a second. Okay, I know this don't happen very often, but one thing that I'm going to do, as you can see my backing, instead of wasting that whole strip, that little piece I cut off, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to peel it, and I want to cover that stitch. Probably just do enough. So now that hole's covered. So good, ready to go. Okay, so we'll load this back up. Verify I got the top again. Load it up. Okay, that's lined up. We'll be right back. I'm gonna get the new file over to the machine. All right, let's see what we can do. We got the machine on auto manual. It should stop every single time. It should start at Cole. We'll see. It did show that I had 11 files again on here, so but the stitch count went down, so not sure what I'm missing here. So let's get her going. Let's get this straight. So yeah, it had one little random stitch in the beginning. So that looks better for Cole. So let's go. We'll get it. All right, so there's that. Still recording. So yeah, so we'll peel this off. We'll get to the next one. I didn't measure the next one, so I'll show you that one, and we'll go from there. So what we're gonna do here is take this off, unscrew this back here, take that off, peel it. Hopefully that backing comes off with it. The backing does come off for the most part, or that extra stuff. I will cut this by hand, but there's that. There's Cole. Is that backwards? No. Let's see. No. It looked backwards, but there's that. We'll just trim this up. I'm going to get the other ones ready here too. But there's that. Good to go. Put that up there. So peel this off. Probably could leave some of this on here until we're totally done. And with that, we'll go to the next one. I won't do this every time, I'll prep them, but for the sake of the video and me messing up. And like I said, I don't want to waste it, I just don't want to use that, so. Put that back in the machine. All right, so this is what I'm doing here. Let's see if I can get you a decent view here. So that's the top, number 12. We're gonna take this and it's 11 inches all the way across. So in the center of it, we're gonna do 5.5. So I'll put a little line at 5.5. And then this is 6, so we'll go 3. That's my crosshair. Okay, now back to the machine. Make sure that the up is going to the up. And like I said, center, eyeball it. This goes all the way to here. Then put your fingers in there and get it lined up. This still should be in the center. Yep, and then we'll push it down. Okay, good to go. So my thought process, so my thought before, I'm not sure how the name dropped worked before, where it would go and reline back up. I'm going to figure that out and I'm going to show you guys, because I know it does it. It was a great feature to have, because it starts back at the center every single time, so you can line it up. I'm going to figure that out. I'm going to show it. I'm going to make a video, but we're gonna not assume, but I'm gonna line this up the same way every single time. So that's gonna be the center. So we're gonna hit start and go to the next one. Auto, manual, same color. Okay, so there's that. All right, so there's that. Hopefully you can hear me on with the machine going. We're gonna hit start. I'll probably just do a time lapse of the rest of it, and then we'll do a closing with the rest of them. I do have a tint job on its way in an hour, so if I don't get this done and record a video, I'll come back and record a video when it's done. But I'm gonna change the battery of the GoPro, and we're gonna do a time lapse of the name going. So like, subscribe. Hey, I'm not perfect, but we know how to fix it if it's possible, and it was possible this time. So keep an eye out. Hopefully you can hear me through the machine. So like, subscribe, let's go. There you go. Just finished the last one. Let me take it off. So is there a better way? Is there a better way to do bags? Not sure. This is the way that I do it. Works out good. As you can tell on the inside, I lined it up with that over here. I made sure that it was as centered as possible. So it's in the same exact spot every single time. One thing I did notice is the backing was sticky on there. So if you just rip it off, the backing could stick to that. So what I realized is if I just try to keep it attached as much as I can from the back of the bag, the real sticky part doesn't stay on in most of the spots because it was kind of ripping on me a little bit. So like that part inside there, I'll probably just leave. So yeah, we'll just clean up the inside of these, just where they cut at. They're tie-in and tie-outs. This is going on the inside of the bag. Nobody's judging your work on the inside of the bag that I know of. But like these here again, like I said, they just come off, and this will be ready to go for my next project. This is the 8-in-1 from Ricmoa, and this is the sticky. This is called Sticky Plus by Silky, right? Yeah, Silky. I don't know how to pronounce that, but I got this from Joann Fabrics locally. I'm sure you can get this, but it's self-adhesive tearaway stabilizer, and I got this big long one. This is 12 inches wide. It actually works really well for that. As you can see, I'll have different videos of all that stuff there of what I did. So yeah, so on the front side of this, we'll just make sure everything looks clean. I got just my spray bottle with water. I use a spray bottle on hats sometimes when they're hard. Instead of steaming them, I'm getting wet. So what I'll do here, because I have the chalk marks on there, is I'll go on here and I'll take my towel and wipe the chalk mark off. Okay, just make sure the towel's damp, and chalk will come right off. And they're softball bags, so they're gonna get wet anyways, right? So we'll sit here, and then you just make sure everything looks good from the outside. You probably could not even have to use water on some of it for the chalk, because like, you know, the chalk outside of the house, you could do that too. But yeah, so we'll just take this and stick with me here while I go through these, do these ones, and then like I said, there's a little straggler right there. We'll cut that off. Super easy, super fast. So there we go. We got 11 bags, zipper bags. They go on the inside. Like I said, there's the inside, and they have the number and their number on side. Like I said, these are Boombah bags. Boombah bags, they come off. They say they don't sell replacements to this, but they should. I don't see them only working on one bag. Maybe you might have a guessing game, but yeah. So these are bag pocket covers for the Boombah bags. I've bought plenty of Boombah bags myself too, but Boombah.com is where you get that from. And Ricmoa machine, if you need a machine, down in the description there'll be a link if you want to purchase any machine from Ricmoa. I do get a little bit of kickback. I can buy accessories like this and show off. This is the way that I hoop them. Sticky backing with the 8-in-1 from Ricmoa. This is Tim from T-Town T-Shirts. Another embroidery little trick things. One last thing, hopefully this battery doesn't die. One last thing, Chroma Lux with the drop down I had to recenter them after I did the name drop downs. I thought they put them in the center. All the numbers look like, all the bottom numbers look like they were centered, but all of the names weren't centered on each other. And there was also a feature that I used before where after it finished, before it started the next one, it would center it back up so you can line it up. So I'm going to find that feature. I may have stumbled on it in the past. I want to figure out how to get that back from Chroma. And until the next time, this is Tim, T-Town T-Shirts, and hope I didn't miss anything. If you got any other comments or concerns, or maybe something that might help me later doing these, let me know. Maybe one more thing I'm going to add into this, and to take it off, just take your 2 screws out, pull it straight out like this, and I keep mine on the side of the machine, and there you go. Now you can have your machine however you want. So there you go. Hope that helped too. I just wanted to show that real quick, how easy it is. Take the screws off, keep the screws in there so you never lose them, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.